JS coming at you with a DP for the GG. We're starting with Cardians here. It's an interesting deck, kind of difficult to play, but if you just read the cards, I'm sure anyone can really understand how this works. So we'll start off with is 3 Pine. This is like the main card. You can normal summon it and draw a card. You usually want to draw a Cardian, so then you can add it to your hand. Otherwise, it just goes directly to grave, which is pretty stupid. 3 Willow, mostly because you need to shuffle back a card from grave. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. 3 Zebragrass. This card's actually really just in here because Flower Gathering, just because it special summons this card, and this card. And 3 Plowyan, because, well, Plowyan goes with this card, this card, this card, and this card for the Flower Gathering. And also, well, this card is pretty good if your opponent doesn't know what they're doing. They'll attack into it, and this card will end the battle phase and let you draw a card. So it's pretty good for the basic ones. 3 Peon with Butterfly. This is your main tuner. It also lets you stack the deck if the top card of your deck is a Flower Cardian. This is Flower Cardian Cherry Blossom with Curtain. This is the one that lets you special summon this card if you have a Cardian on the top card of your deck. Pretty much also you can use this as a ditch to do damage on damage step, and obviously your opponent will not really respond to that. So that's pretty good. Now we played 2 of the Boar and 2 of the Deer. Mostly because Deer pops spell and traps, and this one pops monsters. These aren't really that important, or, well, that, necessary to really do. But they are Cardians, and, you can put them in the deck, and they're pretty much like fodder for these guys to come out, or to have effects that are actually decent. So that's why they're in the deck. 1 Pine with Crane. It's just because you can search this with Rhoda and stuff, so that's the only reason why it's in there. It does let you do the draw card thing too, and it gets rid of your Pine, so it doesn't really matter, but this thing also has the effect that when it attacks, you get a draw card if it battled, and it's still pretty much on the field, so that's good. You got a Calligrapher. This is just in here for being a tuner. Otherwise, this card's literally trash. There's no point in getting into it. This is another one just to get rid of the Plowyan, to give it an effect, or to get another card pretty much. That's kind of the only reason why this is in there. 3 Flower Gathering, obviously to special summon 4 cards. It's pretty broke. It's pretty busted actually to get 4 cards on the board. If you open a tuner with that, you pretty much got the perfect hand, because then after that you just sink into whatever you want. 3 Reincarnation. Mostly because if this card is revealed, even if it is sent, you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and stack it, so that's pretty good. Or you could just use these as many times as you want to bring back cards from your grave, so that works. 3 Flower Stacking, obviously the name speaks for itself. It stacks your deck with 3 Flower Cardian monsters, and then for that later, not the turn it's sent, but after, you get to banish it to add 1 Flower Cardian card from your grave to your hand. So that pretty much helps recycle back. 3 Super Koi Kois, mostly to try to get at least maybe 1 to 2 monsters on board. Most of these cards can't be special summoned unless it's maybe 10 or lower, or I think 8 or lower, 7 or lower. One of those. Either or, this thing makes them level 2 when they come out, but their effects are negated, obviously. But if you hit a tuner or something and maybe something else, you can probably do something well with it. 2 Dark Holes for board wipes. 2 MSTs for spell and trap wipes. Mound of the Bound, because most of your stuff is probably over 10 or under 10. Well, mostly over 10. And mostly over 10 cards you really want to keep, so that's why this is in here. And 1 Reinforcement of the Army, because it's at 1, and, well, you know what I'm going to search with it. To get into the extra deck, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 Light Flares, 3 Board Fly, and 3 Light Shower. Light Flare is level 10, so it goes well with Mound of the Bound. I can't get Light Shower out at the same time. It's kind of meh. Light Shower at least prevents destruction of these cards, so that's why Dark Hole is good in this deck. It also has the ability to burn your opponent for 15, and that does not activate. That is a continuous. That's why it's at 3. Literally, these are the only cards you can make because all the Cardian cards say that you can only special summon Cardians after. So, yeah, the extra deck's really small with only 9 cards in it. So, that's the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. So please like and subscribe. Thank you.